Hey, good Tuesday morning, YouTube. Over to the other property today. Part two of our renovation of this old woodshed slash greenhouse slash, guess it's going to be mini cabin next. Going to start stripping some stuff. Threw some tools in old Brownie. Kicked a deer out on the way over, but looks like we're going to end up with about 20 pounds of screws by the time we're done. Let's get started. All right, we got all our screen down. That didn't take too long. Got plenty of screws left over now. Now I don't know. I might take the sideboards off. That's about it, because I got to get something in there for support. So if we get some freak windstorm, this thing don't collapse like a cheap folding tent. But we're moving. Well, we got a lot of the horizontals off. I left one in the top, one in the bottom, on the sides and the back. So, say barring any bad weather, this should still be here when I come back over with 2x4s. To the victor goes the spoils. Might as well get rid of some of this stuff while we're over here. Now I got an itching to go to Lowe's, and that ain't good. My wallet's always a lot lighter when I come back. Alright, we let that fire burn down. We put our tools in the trailer for now. I think I'm going to go to Lowe's and just get a load of 2x4s. That way I can do a little more framing. It's nice over here because the sun hasn't really come over, but it's about to. But at least, you know, if I decide to come over in the morning, that truck will have a bunch of 2x4s in the back. So more than likely, we'll be back tomorrow morning. Have a good one. All right, 35 2x4s at Do It Center. So we're going to try to start this. Sun's kind of hot, but at least there's a breeze over here. So here we go. Alright, we got some studs in. This ain't really going to have all the jack studs and all that fancy stuff, because basically the posts hold this wall. It did get tied into that upper section though, but we're going to get some of those 24 by 36 windows. So we're going to have one there, and then one on the other side. I'm going to try to get them spaced equally so they look a little like something, but haven't been stung by any bees yet, so that's good. But the screen's off now, so we'll see how long it takes for they get in there. But it doesn't take long to start eating 2x4s up, I know that. Alright, 2 windows in. Tell you what I'm going to do, I'm going to bring that chop saw over here tomorrow. That sucks doing that with that handsaw. Maybe we'll get this finished up tomorrow if we beat the rain. So we'll see you tomorrow. Alright, we're back. It's Wednesday morning. And enough with that damn handsaw. I brought the big cutoff saw, miter saw over here. So we're going to get that set up. Hopefully our inverter and our trailer will run it. If not, I'll have to start that Jenny in the garage. But we get this front done, maybe a side done today before we run out of 2x4s. So here we go. Alright, we gotta take a little break. Looks like the rain's moving in. I haven't checked the radar yet, but it looks like it keeps getting darker from the way it's coming. So, well, at least we got the last front window roughed in. Actually, I think I'm going to end up going with a mobile home door on this because I don't have the height. Might have mentioned that before. I don't have the height to rough it in, but I called down to NASCO down in Sayre, and they've got some 34-inch ones for decent price. I found out yesterday there ain't no cheap doors anymore. I looked on Facebook Marketplace, but I couldn't find anything, so we'll bite the bullet. But they said it's a nice one with 6 lights in it, so that'll basically give us 4 windows across the front. So we'll just, we're gonna sit here for a couple minutes, enjoy the rain hitting the roof, and maybe we'll get a break and we can go back to work. Alright, stud pile in the truck is going down, and the framing in the shed is going up. Got the front all done. I think I mentioned earlier we're gonna go with a mobile home door because I didn't have the clearance for a regular door there. Got the one side done. That's gonna have a window. Like I said, I think we're gonna have a window on each end, 2 in the back, 3 in the front, and then that door's gonna have a 6-pane glass in it, so be plenty of light in here. I guess we're just gonna burn these 2x4s up and then make a list for what we need tomorrow. Alright, that's it for today. Time to load up the trailer, lock her up. Ran out of 2x4s. Pretty good though, all ended up with these short pieces. So, gotta go to Lowe's tomorrow. At least we got this one wall. It's got the exterior parts of it done. Got some nailers in there. I get some more studs, and if my Genstone shows up tomorrow, I'll be working on that. But if it don't, I'll be back over here. Maybe we can get this framed in tomorrow and we'll finish up part 2 of this. Have a good evening. Alright, Thursday morning. Just got back from making a run. Went down to NASCO in Waverly and picked up this mobile home door. 6 light glass. Got a little siding, a little OSB for the floor, some more 2x4s. So this ought to keep me busy for a little bit. I got to get the saw out again, hook back up, but wanted to make sure I got that door and tried it in that opening, because there's, according to the rough end dimensions on those mobile home doors, there's not a lot of clearance, and I'm worried about the way this isn't quite square because of the previous construction. So better to make the adjustments here before the sheathing goes on. Windows I'm not worried about. Those are pretty good, but that's a long way for something to get out of rack. So we'll get that unwrapped, throw it in. If it's good, I'll probably throw it in the barn till we get to putting the finish on. So let's go. Alright, we got our mobile home door temporarily in place, and I'm glad I went and got it, because I did not know that the surround on this is equal all the way over. So my header was too low. So I just got it in there with 4 screws right now, and I actually had to move that right hand jamb over just a tad. But I'll get a measurement so I can throw that header back in, and should be good to go. Nice looking door. Actually comes out pretty close with the windows. It's kind of centered on them, but that should let plenty of light in there. So back to the show. All right, that's a wrap for part 2. We got her all framed up today. Now I got to get rid of all this stuff. I get a trailer over here, put it in the barn. Who knows what that'll turn into, right? But all our windows, say we got 2 windows in the back, 3 in the front, 1 on each side. Got our door, and it ought to be fun in this back. Just about every one of them studs was a different height, but hey, that's down a Baldwin chicken coop construction for you, but we'll make it work. Actually, in my town, this would be higher end housing. I just got to get some more junk and stuff around here, because that's what people like around here. They like a bunch of shit in their yard, but at least I got a outhouse. That's more than most people got. So we'll see you in part 3 when we start putting some floor down. I already grabbed some OSB to sheathe this floor, and we'll probably just put some Vevor tiles down, and I got some of that Smart Side siding, and I ordered my windows from Amazon today. They're on sale, so we'll get them coming. Have a good one.